Hi, this is Sally with SallyCares. We were talking about kitchen usage, and we just had a short video on organizing the cabinet to help you manage the utensils that you have before we implement the use of the walker. So the reason why I did it that way was because I want people to understand that sometimes we have to adjust the way our cabinets are organized to enable us to have the access to the different things we need without making extra trips. So let's go back and say that we have our change in organization like this. We've taken out the stack of big plates, the stack of little plates, and we've put enough in just for the two people that are in the house. Now, important, this is glass. Do we want to use glass? I don't know. We also could use paper plates. Not always eco-friendly, but you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Anyway, if you find that you're limited in your ability to wash dishes and all the things, use this instead. So what we could do is we could actually move these out, too heavy, maybe, and instead paper plates like this, or since these are smaller, these are of course plastic, so that's fine. It's just whatever you feel you need to use to make it easier for you. Now, what you do from here is if you're standing, or you can lock these brakes and sit on the seat of the walker. You can prepare food at the kitchen counter, or you can stand. A lot of us always want to stand because that's what we're used to. But if you stand, my suggestion is that you bring your walker to the sink, you lock it, but you have it here. So if you have to sit down, you're going to sit right there. And then you can continue and or stand up. Okay, so you want to use this to help you. The reason why this is not, I could lock it, but this one I need to tighten. At the bottom, it's a real thing. These things loosen up. The nuts on the brakes loosen up a little bit. Get out the wrench, tighten it up, and then it'll hold this in place. So that's something I've got to do. But the other thing I was going to say is always have a reacher handy, because if you're seated and you need to move something or grab something, you don't have to keep getting up all the time to do it. You can move things around. My suggestion is don't mess with the glass with the reacher. But, you know, like, I'm not sure if we could pick up one or two with this, but you could actually probably even separate these and pull them down if you wanted to, like that. So it all depends what we're dealing with. We have a shoulder problem, we have a this or that problem, you know, you decide you didn't use them. You know, throw them around like Sally. Just throw them around. Doesn't matter. Anyway, what my suggestion is for the therapist that contacted me, you want things to be at a comfortable level to work with. I have had a situation where by the stove, let's say people are getting back into using the stove, and we go over here, and your typical setup, well, gee whiz, guess what? None of this is cooking material, right? This is strainers and mixer bowls and whatnot. So we take these out. And maybe you only want one strainer, or you decide one's enough. But what do you use the most of? You use one pan, or you use, you know, frying pan for eggs in the morning. So we get out what you use. Maybe it's this, okay? Guess where we put it? There. And you think, wow, that's weird. Who has a kitchen with a frying pan in that cabinet? You You do, because that's where you can stand up and grab it and you don't have to bend down. And here I was when I redid my kitchen, I thought, oh, this is crafty because you don't have to lean in and reach and whatnot. So I got this drawer that pulls out. But hey, you can do whatever you want. You can put, you want one mixing bowl up here or two? Come on over here. There. You may think it's weird, but it works. It always works. And you know what? When you're feeling stronger, when you're feeling better, put it back the way you want to. But always remember that you don't have to stress about where your things are in the kitchen, because it's your kitchen and it's your stuff. And you being able to cook and make simple meals and do the things is really what counts. The rest of this doesn't matter. So maybe you wouldn't want to have glass in your cabinet fronts because you know what? The whole world's going to see that you're living with paper and plastic. So what? No, you know what? So what? It's like, you want to cook in my kitchen? Come on over. You want to comment about it? Go sit down. That's what I say. Anyway, that's where the walker comes into it. You use your walker as you need to. You put things where they're easily accessible to you. And you let me know if this was helpful. And you let me know, put your comments in there, ask me more questions. I could go into more detail, but let me know what you want to know, because I'm going to be happy to help you, okay? Like this video, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.